Where the hell do you put silverware in a Bugatti? The customs officer asked, staring at the eating utensils packed in engineer Dennis Rohlfs' fancy aluminum Zarges case, which was otherwise filled with spare parts for hot weather testing of the new 1,500 horsepower Bugatti Chiron. At Bugatti, even the engineers have expensive luggage. Rohlfs explained that he wanted to show good manners in America by using a knife and fork when eating the hamburgers he expected to be deluged without in the desert west. Shaking his head, the customs officer let the weird foreigner pass. "Welcome to America." That episode was 2 weeks ago, and Rohlfs' silverware remains unused, lying in his box between the cables, seals, and other exotic Bugatti bits. He has already learned to eat burgers with his hands, lest he draw unwanted attention or marriage proposals, and those same hands are currently on the steering wheel of PT 5.10. That's the glamorous name for our blue and white development car, what the industry calls a pre-series model from the earliest stages of production. Together with 3 more Chiron development cars, PT 5.10 is cruising on 120-degree tarmac. The tires are toasty 149 degrees by the test equipment sensors. It is 10 a.m., and we are loafing along doing the double nickel. 55 mph is not even 1/4 the car's top speed. The crankshaft of the huge 8.0-liter, 16-cylinder Gorgon in back turns lazily at 1,500 revolutions per minute in 7th gear. "That's a moderately raised idle speed," says Rohlfs, smiling. Out from Volkswagen headquarters in Wolfsburg, Germany, Rohlfs is responsible for a very specific widget on the W16, the ionization current misfire detection system that effectively turns each spark plug into a sensor. Judging from Rohlfs' nonchalance, the Bugatti is barely breaking a sweat. This despite the fact that it's been slow-roasted on the pavement of Death Valley, where the famously lung-collapsing summer heat annually draws a few German tourists intent on proving their hardiness by jogging into the fiery teeth of the afternoon, only to be later found as dead as dried prunes. And why should any of the cars' readings be abnormal? Isn't the W16, as well as the rest of the Chiron, but a mere evolution of the gobsmacking Veyron that preceded it? The Veyron went into production in 2005, and, after 450 copies built, how many glitches can there possibly be left to uncover? Well, it's not quite that simple, we found out after talking with Bugatti's head of engineering, Willy Neatischill, and his team, also frying their carcasses out here in Death Valley for the glory of Molsheim. We started the development of the Chiron as a facelift of the Veyron, and we ended up with a completely newly developed high-performance car, he explains. In particular, the goal of raising horsepower from 1200 in the late, great Veyron Super Sport to 1500 in the Chiron led engineers to make a few conceptual changes. The Chiron is no power-tuned Veyron. It is a completely new car with different driving behavior, Neatischill insists. Well, okay. Our impression, after many hours in close contact with Chirons in different stages of development, is that the new Bugatti is in no danger of being deposed as the fastest GT in automotive history. A breathtaking monster of a machine, it is nonetheless neither wild nor brutal but amazingly easy to handle. A coupe offering high comfort, equipped with state-of-the-art safety features and excellent handcrafted details, it is a finely honed object of ultimate driveway jewelry, priced at €2.4 million or whatever the spot exchange rate is in dollars. About $2.7 million at this writing. For raising up the engine power by 300 horsepower, compared with the Super Sport, we did not just build in bigger turbochargers, says Neatischill, because the result would have been an almost undrivable car due to brutal throttle and acceleration response. In the end, the engineers decided to go for a tiered intake pressurizing system of a type never tried before on a gasoline engine for the road. So, technology-wise, we went into uncharted waters, Neatischill says. The heart of the complex system is a pair of air shutoff valves. Under low load, they block the exhaust flow to 2 of the engine's 4 identical turbochargers so that only half of them initially make boost. The valves open to wake the other 2 snails around 3,800 revolutions per minute. but our phase lagged so that the third turbo starts spooling a little bit earlier than the fourth. The secondary turbochargers accelerate and all four blowers reach the same turbine speed between 3,800 and 4,000 revolutions per minute, and then, with all the oars in the water pulling, the engine really gets going.